And ABC News Deputy Political Director Mary Alice Parks joins me now for more on this. Mary Alice, is there a real chance that the vice president and cabinet would remove President Trump from office?
Good morning. Only the cabinet members and the vice president know that themselves. It would take a majority of the president's cabinet as well as the vice president to come together and agree and submit formally to Congress that they believe that the president is unfit for duties. Obviously, then the president could dispute that. It would go to a vote in the Congress. It would take a 2/3 vote in both the Senate and the House to basically remove the president from office and install the vice president in his place. I think a lot of legal experts and folks in Washington think that that's pretty far-fetched. But that said, before yesterday, a lot of people also still believed it was far-fetched for right-wing extremists to be able to overwhelm police and physically threaten sitting members of Congress by breaching the U.S. Capitol. And so we are clearly in uncharted legal and political territory here, and there's going to be continued demands for some accountability.
And after the siege, Senator Lindsey Graham, as we saw in Cecilia's piece, said enough is enough. He told Republican colleagues to drop their plans to object to the electoral vote. How significant, and many of them did, so how significant is it to see some of the president's staunchest supporters now seemingly turning away from him?
Well, it was significant in that they moved much faster in certifying the final electoral college vote. They made it very clear yesterday that Joe Biden would be inaugurated in just 2 weeks and that he had won the election. That said, I don't think it's going to be seen as some grand profile and courage, because it took a violent insurrection on our house of democracy for so many sitting members of Congress to say plainly and honestly that Joe Biden had won a free and fair election in this country. The fact that it took such an extreme and historic turn of events, I think, is going to be remembered probably more than those final speeches last night.
And Mary Alice, on any other day, this would have been the headline. But while this was all happening, Democrat Jon Ossoff was projected the winner of his runoff in Georgia. That means the Democrats will take control of the Senate, as Cecilia pointed out. What does that mean for the Biden administration, and could it impact how yesterday's events are investigated?
Yeah, absolutely. This is just huge for the Biden administration, and it could fundamentally change how the events are investigated. When one party has the gavel, they decide the committees that are formed. There might very well be a special committee to look into what happened, special investigations. We could see special prosecutors appointed. We also just, it changes what votes come up on the House floor. Even though it seems so close, a 50-50 split, a tie that will only be decided by Vice President-elect Kamala Harris coming back in a role as president of the Senate and casting that tiebreaker vote to give Democrats the majority. It's the slimmest of slim majorities. Still, that is all that is required to basically decide the entire schedule for the Senate. So it is absolutely fundamental for Democrats moving forward.
All right, Mary Alice Parks, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.